Yo guys, it's your boy Kaka and welcome back to episode 2 of Road to Glory. Now, guess what's just dropped most recently? It's the new patch for FIFA, the new title update, which will be on everyone's consoles in the up and coming days. Now, the main things that EA are so out of touch to their community is actually unreal. Now, what people actually wanted and what we actually get is two complete different things. And I thought it was just me, as in being like, I'm not the average player. I'm not just the random player that just pops on for a few games and pops off. I'm one of the hardcore players, so maybe I thought my outlook would be slightly different, but no, it's not. But we'll get into what the community has retweeted just in a bit. Now, let's take a look what's actually changing gameplay wise. Here's the screenshot on your screens. So they've made several adjustments to the team press D-pad tactic. Decrease the amount of time team press D-pad tactic can be active for before requiring cooldown from 20 seconds to 15 seconds. Once team press is requested, its effect takes 2 seconds to activate. So basically, you're kind of gonna have to predict when you're gonna lose the ball in your opposition's third, and activate the team press so your team's ready to press, or they're going to be past your midfield before your team actually presses, which is not right. Or it's basically going to mean it's going to be irrelevant and you're just going to have to use the press after possession loss tactic. Anyway, in situations where the defending team is using team press and recovers possession, team press will not automatically remain active on the following loss of possession. I think this is awful. I feel like it needs to stay active. It means that players need to remember if they've actually put it on, and it becomes a skill to know when to use it, when not to use it, to turn it on, to turn it off, to turn it on, to turn it off, instead of just having it on. But every time you lose it, you've then got team press and you've got press after possession loss. The press after possession loss, and I feel like I'm one of the, maybe not few, but I see it from a different aspect. I generally don't think team press is OP. And hear me out, guys. I feel like your player's movement, so your offensive AI, is really stupid. Like, your midfield movement and your striker movement is really poor on the game, especially if you're not triggering them to run in. Even if you are triggering them to run, it's just a straight line run, but that's been like that for years. It literally is for years. But just the positioning when players need to come to the ball, move for the ball, move in, move out. If you just stand still on the ball, your players will stand still and look at you like, what are you doing, bro? Now, it's gonna be hard. Like, maybe just going to a squad battles game or just something quite easy, and just look at your players' positioning. Honestly, guys, just look at your players' positioning and how they move for the ball. Maybe you've noticed it. Maybe you're on the same wavelength as me. But yeah, that's my take on it. I don't think the press is actually that bad, because imagine, it's been in previous games before. It's been in FIFA 20, and it wasn't OP. It wasn't OP at all. Maybe not team press, I can't remember, but I know press after possession loss and constant pressure was there. It wasn't OP. And it's because your team actually moved. Anyway, they've made several adjustments to step overs and reverse step over skill moves. Both skill moves are no longer considered easy skill moves and will be less effective when chained together while moving. Now, I really need to know how this plays out in game, because the last time they made the other patch, they did nerf step overs, but they nerfed the exit at a 90-degree angle, and if you know, it's the 45-degree angle exit, which is the OP step over move. So if it's not actually the speed of step overs that get people, it's the exiting. So is that really a nerf? I'm not too sure. It's all about how it's going to feel in game, and we'll know. I feel like it's going to come out Thursday or Friday, just before champs. The animation for both skill moves have been slowed down. Of course, decreased player transition speed when exiting either skill moves at forward angles. So does that include, it's technically not a forward angle, it's a 45-degree angle, which is the exit. That is the OP-ness. I don't know. OP-ness. Sorry guys. 18 plus now this video has become. Let's take a look at what the community is saying. So here we have Joseph Cutler. Patch 8 and still nothing to do with compensated passing and through balls, as well as AI defending. Where on earth has old FIFA's gone, where you played online play against actual players, and if you read what they do, you get the ball? Weekend League is just squad battles. I couldn't agree with him more. It's become where if you have Kante, it's almost like an unwritten rule where you can't not when you can't select off Kante, like you have to play your CDMs. It's like if you just did that, like you just played your midfield and tracked back with your midfield, you could literally rip the defense. You could rip the midfield. It's because skill moves were so fast to exit, dribbling was so fast in exit, and you could hit your full speed within 2-3 steps. You had to read the play, and now it's become you don't have to read the play, and the AI will do it for you. You know, it will do it for you. Here we have Mark Marley. Don't really mind the look of this patch, but are we ever going to get an update on tackling? So when I tackle someone, I'd actually win the ball. Sick of not getting rewarded for good manual press or good player switching. Now, player switching, I can't even be on the same wavelength for you. My player switching is awful, but I know how it feels. How many times do you tackle someone 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it's like they're just headbutting their way through? Literally, that's what I call it, headbutting their way through. They're just walking through you, and it's like the only time you'll get the ball back is when they've had the shot and your keeper's made the save, and then maybe it goes up for a corner, and then I call it a paradox, the corner paradox, where they just whip it in from the corner, you head it back out for a corner. They whip it in from the corner, they head it, your keeper saves it, goes out for a corner. They play it short, you tackle them on the byline, goes out for a corner. You just stuck, literally just stuck. I would love to be able to tackle and just win the ball. Now, heavily nerfed elastico running, fake shot, step overs, shot cancel, untouched through balls, the bridge, defending. These lot really don't want any kind of skill gap. That's from Eddie Bradbury. Now, my personal opinion, they've already done the elastico dirty. The running fake shot. Now, the shot cancel and the running fake shot. The fake shot needs to do what the shot cancel actually does. So I don't really understand why they're nerfing the shot cancel, because the fake shot it should do what the shot cancel does. It should make you, if you're holding A, or if you're not even controlling the guy, like, you need a way past it. Whatever, it's yin and yang, isn't it? Like, you need some good to get past the evil in a way, and it's as simple as that. Now, last few, ZXMB7. No praise for myself. Should have been done months ago. I also don't see anything about AA blocks or YOLO through balls. Now, the YOLO through balls are one of the worst things in this game. You can literally just sit back and wide ball it through, and that is one of the worst, least skill gaps things to do. It's crazy how easy that is. Just trigger an LB and you wipe through, as you probably can see on screen. It's just stupid. It's honestly just stupid, and it's because your centre backs are so focused on the ball. Like, you don't need to be that realistic where my centre backs can't run away from the player that's about to wide ball it because he's tracking a run. It's like his body will be turning and he will be just looking at the ball, so he's not running at full speed, and then all of a sudden Ronaldo, R9, I don't know, Mbappe, the Flash is just gonna shoulder badge you away, and he's just gonna tuck it. And Colin, the clever, I still can't see auto blocks being nerfed while we are complaining about it since the start, yet skill moves and attacking things are getting nerfed. Now, what I'd like to say is that one of the most funniest games has been Modern Warfare 2, if any of you lot played Modern Warfare 2. And everything was OP. You could do anything you wanted. And it had a huge skill gap, simply because you could do anything you wanted. You could rush. You could camper. You know what I mean? You could have one-man army pro, claymore, just replenish everything. You could snipe, quick scoping, OP. You could run around with a shotgun, you could run around with pistols, you could run around with a sub, you could run around with an AR, you could do anything you wanted to do. And it was one of the best games. Also, I am running out of time. The video is coming to the end. FIFA 19, I don't even call that a FIFA game, but I had fun on it. As much as it was ridiculous doing 360 no scopes, but you knew it was going to happen, you knew to mark it. The keeper movement was crazy. You could be absolutely dominating a guy and his keeper movement would save him or keep him in the game. Hitting green times was a huge skill gap that they need to bring in, exactly like that, how they had it in 19. The Balassi flick to cross, all volleys, the double tap passes to volleys. It was just everything was up, but there was such a variety way of playing, and there was also a way to break down the park the bus. You come back the bus, because if you park the bus, I'm just going to hit a finesse shot, green time, and it's going in. And it's the AA blocks were not blocking it because the blocks were not that OP on it. And last but not least, Scrub Senpai has said basically Bus Simulator continues, and that's all it's going to turn into. It's gonna be worse than 20, and I genuinely didn't think that FIFA could get worse than 20. I thought 20 was bottom barrel. It was just, it was a bus simulator. I stopped playing 20 this time. No, I didn't even get this time last year. I didn't even get to here. FIFA 20 got stopped playing probably December, if that, maybe January, maybe in November. Sorry. It was just, it got so boring so quick, and I feel like the only reason why so many people are playing this FIFA is because of the unprecedented times that we're in. The fact that we are in lockdown, the fact that we can't go out as much, the fact that a lot of people aren't even working that much, you know what I mean? And it's just another thing to do because, in all honesty, guys, how much fun are you having on this game? Now, I know I'm making more and more videos on this game because I'm personally trying to turn it into something that I could possibly take it full time. But why are you actually playing it? If you're not a creator, why are you actually playing this game so much? You know what I mean? Like, where is the fun? Where is the enjoyment for you? It's just not there. And it's been like that for a while, and it's unfortunate that it's getting like this. It's genuinely unfortunate that EA are going more and more and more for the bang average basic skill player, the silver 2, the gold 3. Now, if you get that, and you're listening to this, I'm not trying to insult you or anything, but in my honest opinion, that EA is trying to provide for them guys, the average skill player that's just going to come on and play a few games that maybe can't get anywhere near elite, you know, but will pack Ronaldo in an untradeable 75 plus pack. I'm joking. It's just where do we go from here? Okay, now that's the question I ask you guys. Where would you go from here? What do you think EA need to do? What do you think FIFA needs to do to improve their game? Personally, I just think they need to stop nerfing the attacking options. I feel like when they first bring out the game and they don't know what the OP things are, that's when the game's the best. Maybe it should be very, very small nerfs. Very, very small nerfs to the crazy OP things, like in FIFA 19 the 360 no scope should have been completely eradicated, completely taken out of the game. But the assisted passing is way too high. The AI blocks is way too high. The AI defending is stupidly too high. Guys, make people play more manual. Make the game more fun. Make it more end-to-end. Make people have to learn how to defend. Now, that's what people don't want to do. They don't want to learn how to defend. They just want the easy way out, and that's getting the computer to do it for them. It is turning into squad battles with one person running around with Kante or Renato Sanchez. Or who's the other person? Maybe, I don't know, any other midfielder, Kessie. But anyway, guys, the team has been good. I'm your boy Kai. Henri, not the best. But like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in a bit. Ta-ta.